computers and ourselves. We all know that computer has hardware, microcircuits, memory, wires, whatever. And there's also software. There's a user interface, there's internal interfaces, there's machine language, what have you.
Said, you know,
if you knew everything there is to know about every wire, every resistor, every piece of hardware that's in my computer, could you tell me anything about its behavior? And the answer is no, not really, because it's simply a residence for software, right? And I want to draw that analogy. You see,
if you were Tesla,
the software are the things, that's right.
You would know about this.
I always like to use this slide.
Energy weapon.
The slide represents the hardware of man. It's very simple. As a switch that's on and off.
You were
right?
Nikola Tesla.
Whoops. Did it? Oh, it switched for me, huh? Okay. Did I get it right? You got the complicated. I didn't see it here. It went too fast for me here. Okay, good. We'll leave that alone. Okay. But to be serious a little bit, there is a parallel between the hardware in our physical body and software and our actual self. The real you, whether, set the vocabulary aside, whether it's soul, spirit, mind, your thoughts, whatever, that collectively is software, not hardware. And the thing I want to get across is software is not material. Software is information. It has no mass in and of itself. A light switch weighs the same whether the switch is on or off. The 1 or 0 it has no, and can I see if I get going here? Now, if I take a memory device, I'm using a diskette here, that's blank, okay, and I put that on a postal scale, it has nothing on it, it will weigh about 7/10 of an ounce. I can spend hundreds of dollars and load it with millions of bytes of software, and what will it weigh? Okay, well, if I add that all up, it still will weigh 7/10 of an ounce. In other words, there's no change. The software has no mass. Are you with me? Okay, I can even take software and send it through the airwaves, can I? Right? See, the implication of that is time is a property of mass, with mass. If it has no mass, it has no time dimension to it, okay? Now, that's the physics of software. It has no mass. See, the weight of a storage device is not impacted by the presence of the software. It can even be sent through the airwaves. Software is not constrained by time. Time is a physical property that varies with mass, acceleration, and gravity, among other things. See, your destiny is eternal, whether you are saved or not. The real you is software, not hardware. I can't see you. I can only see the package you happen to be in at the moment. Software has no mass. Now, my package has a little too much mass, but it has nothing to do with my software. Okay. Now, you are temporarily resident in a package, in a disposable hardware environment. The real you has no mass. Your temporary container may have too much mass, but the real you requires no time dimension. You are eternal, whether you are saved or not. That'll disturb a lot of theologians here. The issue is not your eternity. The issue is, where are you going to spend it? And Walter Martin used to point out there's two paths to God, to heaven. One path is that you never make a mistake. From the time you're born on, you never sin, you never fumble, you have no sin at all. You go through your whole life without sin. And then when you get to the pearly gates, you tell God, move over, there's two of us. And of course he was being facetious, as was his style, just to get a point across. No, we're not perfect, but the good news is God himself, knowing that, entered his creation and paid our price for us. You know all that here. So, if you're perfect, there's no problem. But it's time for all of us, I'm going to suggest, is to renew our citizenship. And one of the most difficult things people ask me, what's happening to America? Boy, I don't know. There's a whole other topic we could explore, and that is the encroaching